Sunday's horrific shooting shook the nation to its core and cast a dark and solemn shadow on the normally lively Las Vegas Strip. But one of Sin City's top performers says the show must go on. Joining me now, Mr. Las Vegas himself, Wayne Newton. Welcome to the show, Wayne.
Thank you, Kennedy. It's a great pleasure to be here.
I know this has been an incredibly tough week for you, as Las Vegas is a place that you love so much. Where were you when you found out about the shootings?
I was coming back from a show in Texas that I had done, and I had flown into Los Angeles on Sunday night and went to bed. My wife couldn't sleep, so she got up and turned on the television. And then with all the happenings that were going on, she awakened me, and we sat there and watched it the rest of the night, and then chartered a plane and came back to Vegas the first thing Monday morning.
I mean, when it had to be utter terror for you, I can only imagine the number of people that you know, socialize with, and have performed with. Did you know anyone who was at the show?
Yes, I did. In fact, one of my secretaries was at the show with her family, and a gentleman next to her got shot and succumbed to that bullet.
I'm so
So
sorry.
it was a, well, thank you very much. It was a horrendous thing. The community has come together. They're taking things to the hospital, to the families of the victims. I visited the hospital yesterday myself for about 6 hours, and was just blown away by the efficiency of our medical division, our first responders, our police, even to the point where there were 8 surgeons out at Nellis Boulevard that came into the trauma center and offered their help, and they accepted, and they were a part of that also in helping to save.
And that's a really good point, Wayne. And seeing those people come together in some of the interviews with survivors, and you know, the situation that they put themselves in, not just the first responders, the off-duty police officers and firefighters and EMT personnel, but civilians who ran back into the venue to help those who had been shot and wounded, and to honor those who, unfortunately, like the person who was sitting next to your friend, who succumbed to their injuries, and you graciously donated $100,000 to the cause.
Yes, I did. My wife and I wanted to do that on behalf of the Casa de Shenandoah, our extended family, which is our home, and it has been wonderfully accepted, and we're very honored to be able to do that. So many people have given. People were coming to the hospital and handing blankets out and food and anything they could to the families of the victims who were still fighting for their life.
And those trying to figure out if their loved ones were in fact a part of the horror. So terrifying for so many who lost touch with their family members. Now, Wayne, Las Vegas is a place where people go to escape. It's a place where people go to have bachelorette parties and conventions, and it's a place to go have the time of your life. It is the ultimate escapism. So how long before Las Vegas is back on its feet?
I think it's getting back very quickly. There are some performers who took an entire week off, which I find nothing wrong with. God bless them, and we'll keep them in our prayers and best wishes also. There are those of us, like myself, who decided that to take one night off in honor of and tribute to the people that were killed and injured in that was necessary. But then I felt also that we as performers, we as entertainers, if we've been given any God-given talent at all, it is to be used in positive ways. And the positive ways to do that is to try and bring a moment of civility, a couple hours of entertainment, smiles to their face, memories that are not of this last weekend, and get people back on the road to healing as soon as possible.
That's absolutely right. And engage in something that should still bring us together, and that is music. And it just shows the power of music that is capable not only of honoring that ultimate spirit of love and healing, but also binding people together positively, and you demonstrating that that's what you do. You get up and you move on.
Well, when I went on opening night, I took certain things out of the show that I thought might be a reminder of the last 2 or 3 days if someone wanted to take it to that extent. And I didn't even want to allow that to happen. So I changed the show around to where everything we were doing was simply for that audience and for them to have a good time and try and move away from the trauma for as long as they could, which I knew was the only way to heal and move forward.
And that's how you do it. Mr. Las Vegas, Wayne Newton, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Or should I say, Dankeschön.